Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Tbilisi, Georgia for the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket Game Day 2 Group A fixture between our host, Georgia, and the visitors, Spain. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, brought alongside the great Graham Hiscock. Graham, it doesn't get any better than this. The hosts, they are packing house here tonight. Georgian fans have come to see their team play.
Yeah, they're playing against one of the best teams in the world. A new look Spain, but still the same way of playing. Some great stats they put up against Bulgaria, dominating them. But Georgia, with Batadze in, can still challenge Spain.
Well, Montenegro pick up a victory against Belgium, while Turkey in the second half, or fourth quarter we should say, turned things around with an emphatic defeat against Bulgaria. Turkey now top of the group, and depending how results go here tonight, Spain can retake that position after they had an emphatic victory against Bulgaria themselves yesterday. Well, the Georgian coach there is Mamu Kelashvili, aka Mamu, currently with the Milwaukee Bucks. And Graham, what a game he had the other night in their loss in overtime against Belgium.
Yeah, he was sensational with just dunks of play after play at both ends of the floor. Amazing defense and blocks as well. 18 points, 13 rebounds. He was superb. But so was Batadze until he went down with the ankle issue. We'll see how much he can play today. But Spain, with Lorenzo Brown leading them out, are going to give Georgia all they can handle.
Well, the key performers there, you can see Rudy Fernandez had a very good shooting night from the perimeter. But other players such as Willy Hernan Gomez, well, there is Jaime Fernandez, a member of Uni Cajamarca, along with Diaz. And the man who's playing in Japan this season, set aside. Now, how crucial is that man, Willy Hernan Gomez, going to be here tonight?
Yeah, he's going to bolster down their defense, be the real fulcrum. 16 points, 6 rebounds. He can share the basketball as well. But they did it as a team against Bulgaria. 7 players scoring in double figures.
Sergio Scariolo, the head coach of the Spanish national team, along with Luis Hill, his assistant, currently head coach in the Japanese B-League. And now we get set to introduce the players here from Georgia. Well, there is Andron Nikashvili, currently playing at Creighton University in the NCAA, along with the Milwaukee Bucks superstar, Mamu Kelashvili. Well, who are some of the key standout players, along with those two from this Georgia national team, Graham?
Well, Mamu Kelashvili and Thaddeus McFadden, what a star he is. And in the game on game day 1, 17.6 assists, 4 turnovers, but he handles the ball so much. He's going to be key. I'd like to see more of Gugi Shermandini. He didn't play a lot down the stretch. He just gives them another option with the paint, being able to defend and play out the pick and roll. It's going to be a real intriguing battle.
Well, we get set now to introduce Goga Batadze. Again, very questionable for this game. Maybe it's unlikely he will play here tonight, as he picked up an ankle injury the other night against Belgium. And ladies and gentlemen, we will get set now to listen to the national anthems of these two beautiful countries. And we will start with the national anthem of Spain. national anthems of these two beautiful countries have been sung. Coaches will shake hands with each other. Players will pay homage as we get set to introduce our officials for tonight's game. Well, our three officials for tonight's game between Spain and our host Georgia are coming from Italy, Poland, and Latvia. From Italy, we have Saverio Lanzarini. From Poland, we have Dariusz Zapolski. And from Latvia, we have Gatis Šalins. Saverio Lanzarini, Dariusz Zapolski, and Gatis Šalins there. We're very proud to say we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball, as now we get set to take a look at our starting lineups. Well, Graham, no doubt tempo is going to be key in this game, of course, and it makes you wonder. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for Spain and what we can expect there. There's Lorenzo Brown. How crucial is he going to be here in the starting lineup?
Yeah, he's been a great playmaker for them, especially with Sergio Llull going down. 17 points, 5 assists in the dominant win against Bulgaria. Brown, Aristigi had some good minutes as well. Willy Herman Gomez with his brother Juancho and Joel Parra at the forward spot also. They put up some big numbers and dominated Bulgaria. It's going to be a lot tougher against Georgia, but they've got the team to do it, and there's the man to do it. Lorenzo Brown, 17 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, plays at the pace he wants to play, gets others involved as well, as you can see with the 5 assists, but he is a deadly sharpshooter.
Well, there's head coach Sergio Scariolo, again a member who led this national program during the golden age. And again, he knows it's going to be a tough time. As we move over to Georgia now, we know about Mamu Kelishvili. Mamu, there was that man the other night, but Graham, he's going to have to play even bigger tonight because Bitadze, very doubtful tonight.
Yeah, I would think he is. He's starting, which is fantastic news for Georgia and their fans. McFadden, Sherman Deeney in, they're going big, big and big. Mamu Kelishvili, and I really like the inclusion, Andro Nishkashvili. He is fearless young player. And look at this, Mamu Kelishvili, he gave us one memorable play after another on Thursday night, and he's going to need to do the same, but with help from his teammates. They've got to play without fear. 18 points, 7 of 10 from the field. Just incredible stuff to go with 13 rebounds and 2 blocks.
Well, head coach Ilias Zouros, the Greek international, a man renowned for his coaching style, a very well-respected coach in international basketball. And you know, it's very tough for his team as the official sponsor to so countdown to tip-off begins now. We're a minute away from this game picking up business. Well, you got to feel for Coach Ilias Zouros because his team losing Toko Shegali in the qualifiers of the FIBA World Cup, and then Bitadze being very doubtful. Now, Toko's there, again, spirit with his team on the bench. How much would they love to have him playing right now?
Yeah, they would love to, but Zouros is trying to look forward and get the best out of this group. There's no doubt you add Shengalia to this team. They are really dangerous, but I'm looking forward to seeing them play. Bitadze hopefully can play a big part. 114 points versus Bulgaria. It's their biggest win since the 2005 EuroBasket.
Well, this is going to be unbelievable now. Juancho Hernan Gomez, again, a big talk about him. Of course, becoming a world celebrity, mostly for his basketball expertise, obviously. But you know, what a moment it is to be able to play with his older brother, Willy Hernan Gomez. Both players from the NBA. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Tbilisi, Georgia. This is the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket. We're live here. Don't go anywhere. As we're set for tip. Graham, it's going to be one hell of a basketball game.
Yeah, if it's anything like the game on Thursday between Belgium and Georgia, that Belgium won in OT, it's going to be a spectacle. But this crowd has got to be the 6th man for this Georgian team to keep them in this game. They're going to need to have players to step up. But I'm really looking forward to seeing young Andro Kishashvili and see if he can really be the foil that McFadden needs. Maybe play some minutes while McFadden's on the bench, and then just create for himself and create for others. But great to see Bitadze, not only for Georgia, but for the tournament, because we want the best players playing, Josh.
Absolutely. Now, the players have entered the court. It's a very big lineup. Bitadze, Shermadini. I wonder there if they're going to try and match up Juancho Hernan Gomez.
I'm looking forward to seeing Sherman Deeney have a big, big game tonight. Wasn't such a factor Thursday night.
Well, the tip is underway, and it will be Georgia who have the first possession. Well, Razi Andronikashvili, as we mentioned, he's have a big game here tonight. Mamu Kelishvili, full role here McFadden goes down low to Shemadini. Shemadini turns around, a little bit of a hook shot, can't get it. Now Spain here will try to initiate something. Not a bad look there for the big man.
Yeah, total isolation there against Willie Herman Gomez, just couldn't get it to go.
Watch it left wide open now. More options in the home crowd, just trying to get rid of the nerves of this one. Lorenzo now coming off one screen. Kicking out to Wancho. Wancho takes a three-pointer. Three is up, no good. Foul's going to be cool. There you can see Batate hobbling already. Graham, is it worth having him play right now?
I'm really surprised, actually, that he's here and he's starting, because he just didn't seem to be able to box out. He's walking gingerly already, and got to think of the rest of the tournament and the rest of his season.
Well, again to Joel Parra, got it by Batate. Now getting the hand up here with Lorenzo, pump fakes, and again Lorenzo Brown with the follow-up. Well, Hernan Gomez just cleaning up off the table.
Well, that's not good for George. They got three bigs out, and he just crushed it over the top of them.
Well, Thaddeus McFadden now hangs in the air. Nobody following up there. Mama Kelishvili comes up with a loose ball. Johnny Kashvili now. Going to go pick and roll here with Shemadini. Andrew Nikashvili goes up, and again a beautiful layup there. Scoop layup by the young Georgian. Well, he almost comes up with a steal, but gambles now. Lorenzo Brown here just trying to restore order here in the half court for Spain. Wancho now coming off one screen. Right up Willie in the post. Back to it now, Lorenzo under the basket. Willie Hernan Gomez doesn't take many three-pointers. That's why.
Yeah, that's good defense from Georgia. Making Spain take the shot they didn't really want to.
Well, Lopez Arostegui there trying to go for an offensive foul, but not holding it now. McFadden coming off one screen. Finding Batate. Down low to Shemadini. Shemadini gets it back. But Shemadini gets an easy 2 points. Well, does Joel Parra get the assist?
Yeah, that's tough for Spain, but Shemadini stayed with it. Great soft touch as he drops it over the top of the hoop.
Lorenzo Brown now coming off one screen. Finding Lopez Arostegui now. Good backdoor cut there. He raises up and ties it a four-piece. Spain now just getting into some rhythm here on offense.
Yeah, beautiful moving without the ball, and the pass perfect to Arostegui.
Ratti, Andron Nikashvili now trying to get the offense going. Coming off one screen here with Shemadini. Trying to go away now, hangs in the air, finds Mamu. Mamu down the lane, hits a little floater, can't get it. Fights for the offensive rebound. He's out of bounds, but that'll be Georgia ball. Now, Mamu just really hungry now to go after everything.
Yeah, that's just the way he played Thursday night. He caught the ball with false attacked. That's just a really clever play by Lorenzo Brown there.
Well, there you saw the follow-up. Really Hernan Gomez. I mean, this guy would be an ultimate bartender, just cleaning up everything. The slim pickings, got to put a body on him.
Yeah, Batatsi maybe struggling with mobility. He's got to put a body on Willie Herman Gomez.
Well, Georgia get a fresh 14 on the shot clock as Andron Nikashvili will inbound this one. Well, Mamu's wide open. They don't get the ball to him. Spain, what kind of defense you see here at the moment now, Graham?
Some sort of 1-3-1 or zone. They're just trying to get Georgia out of their flow.
Tries to hang in the air, finds Mamu. Mamu the jump hook, can't get it. Well, Georgia, again, trying to go inside it, but unable to finish around the basket. Well, Willie now bring the ball up in, finds Wancho. Handoff now, Lorenzo Brown, very deadly from the perimeter, doesn't get it. Batate with a rebound. Ratti now being heavily guided by Lorenzo Brown. Looking to go pick and roll again here with Shemadini. Coming off one screen now. Left wide open, why not take it? Way off the mark there. And the jump ball is going to be cool, and that's going to be possession to Spain.
Yeah, Andro Nikashvili just run out of options there and just took a standstill jump shot. And a lot of fight under the hoop there, a lot of hustle.
Well, Georgia now putting the full court pressure here. It's now Willie Hernan Gomez. Brown now, just trying to get something going in the offense here. Finds Wancho. Wancho for three in the corner, doesn't get it. Hernan Gomez, the offensive rebound, and Hernan Gomez just silences the crowd.
Batanzi just can't stay with him. He's just not mobile enough underneath. Willie Herman Gomez getting his way at the moment.
2-point lead now to Spain. Back to Shermadini. Shermadini now going back out here to McFadden. McFadden now pulls up for a three-pointer. McFadden's got the follow-up, and oh my goodness gracious! Mamu goes in for the follow-up.
He's back at it again. Mamukashvili just flies in towards the hoop for the offensive putback.
6 apiece here, the home crowd trying to make the presence heard. It's now Lorenzo Brown with a step back from mid-range. Can't get it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be Spain ball again. Fresh 14 on the shot clock here for Spain. Well, there you can see Hernangomez just like he wanted to personally attack the basket. Calm down there, Willie.
Again, Bitadze, it's just unfortunate. He just can't, hasn't got the lateral movement he'd like.
Look at this for a follow-up now. Oh, lost a replay now, but well, Pará now finding Lorenzo Brown. Brown kicking out there to Lopez Arestegui. Big three-pointer. It's up and away. Don't get it. Spain come up with another offensive rebound. Willie Hernangomez here matched up with Mamu that kicks out to Joel Pará. He'll try a three-pointer. He can't get it. And now McFadden. McFadden here just trying to slow this one down and get Georgia into a good offense. Shermadini now high. Off the screen to Mamu. Mamu attacking the basket. Mamu hanging in the air. Doesn't get it. Mamu gets a big rebound. Bitadze. We're going to throw to Shermadini now. Shermadini turning around. Shermadini's going to go forward for an offensive foul.
Oh, it's tough D there from Willie. He just wouldn't move. He wouldn't bite on any of the fakes.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Right, connects with it.
Yeah, when Georgie turns, Willie's right there, and that's brave defense from Willie Hernangomez.
Well, Rudy Fernandez checks into the in now here for Spain. Well, Rudy Fernandez was a member of the Spanish Golden Generation. Remember, they won the FIBA World Cup in 2006 in Saitama, Japan, when he was still a rookie player, and has won 3 EuroBaskets for that matter. Juancho in like Juancho Hernangomez. Well, throws it down.
Great play. It comes in off the back screen, attacks it with ferocity, throws it the left hand down.
Lorenzo gets called for the foul there, the reach in. Again, I want to see Juancho's replay. I mean, let's take a look at that one more time if we can, because Juancho just put on an exhibition. Somebody give Adam Sandler a phone call, because the hustle is being shown by Juancho. Throw it down, Hernangomez. Throw it down.
Yeah, and Shermadini just nowhere near on the help. But again, Bitadze getting taken advantage of, because he's just not mobile enough tonight, certainly compared with Thursday and game day 1.
Ratty, Andron Nikashvili. Get things going in the backcourt here, getting a handoff with Mamu. Home crowd now, just trying to get into this one. Mamu now keeps alive now. Ratty goes baseline, no foul call, bit of contact. Doesn't get the floater. Tough shot.
Oh, sure. They took away the 3, and then just the floater.
Lorenzo finds Willie Hernangomez. Well, the Hernangomez brothers just putting on a clinic right now.
They're too much. Georgia have gone with the 3 bigs. I think they need to change it up, get some more mobility.
Well, Ratty now left wide open, doesn't take it. Finds McFadden in the corner, takes a 3-point 3, is up. And there you can see that is McFadden. Again, if he can get it going tonight, this is going to be a really close game.
Yeah, he doesn't need much space to make his shots. Nice pass off on Mamukashvili. McFadden drains it from the corner.
Well, they find now Willie Hernangomez going to Lorenzo Brown. Well, Brown now taking the mid-range. Can he get this one? A bit too much on it. But another offensive rebound as Rudy Fernandez is left wide open. He'll take it, and he just punishes the Georgian defense.
And that's Rudy Fernandez. What a player to be able to bring off the bench. Ball comes out to him. He's ready to shoot it, full of confidence. Knocks it down.
Well, Jaime Fernandez along with Diaz are going to come into the game here for Spain. Shermadini under the basket. Doesn't get the and one. He's going to go to the free throw line now here for 2 shots.
I think that's what they've got to do with Georgie Shermadini. He's just got to get some space and attack Willie Hernangomez a lot quicker so he's not set, because when Willie Hernangomez is there waiting for Shermadini, it's really tough for him.
Well, double change coming into this game, of course. Both teams, Cincinnati coming into the game, so they've got a bit smaller. What you recommended, of course. Goga Batadze leading the game. Sanadze also into the backcourt here for Georgia. Shermadini's free throw struggles still continue. 3:09 to go in the first quarter. Georgia just trailing by 4 points to Spain.
Batadze on the bench. It's good to see him play and start. Maybe the coaching staff were just going to see how the ankle went, but he's not the force he was Thursday night.
Well, both free throws missed, of course. Well, Willie getting a handoff now here with Diaz. Diaz now finding Rudy now. He's met one late three-pointer already this evening. Rudy gets it back now, coming off one screen, pump fakes, trying another handoff. Oh, Willie going to the basket, and Willie Hernangomez at the moment is just punishing Yogi Shermadini.
That's just a quick attack against Shermadini. Hasn't got the foot speed to handle Willie Hernangomez, especially in the mood he's in.
There's a pick and pop now. Getting a handoff with Sanadze. Well, Mamba wants the ball, he doesn't get it. Kick out to Cincinnati. Now Cincinnati through the corner. And now Spain can push this one. Well, Juancho in transition now. Juancho gets his pocket picked, goes out of bounds.
And that's an interesting call. Spain, as one, do not agree with it. It has come off it's the correct call though. Great D in the end.
They changed it.
And on the replay, it looked as though it came off Juancho Hernangomez's thigh.
Well, that's a big change there. So Willie Hernangomez leaves the game here as Garuba is going to play the center here. Padilla also into the game for Spain. So it's a bit of a smaller Spanish lineup now. Can Georgia capitalize here? Well, they try to find Rudy Fernandez, killing the screen. Rudy Fernandez with a fadeaway, takes a shot, doesn't get it. Shermadini tips it right to Garuba. The problem right now for Georgia, the inability to rebound here against Spain. Rubin out to Fernandez left wide open. He can make these well. Turns down the temperature in this arena, and the home crowd are going to let Rudy know that.
I'm almost in shock there to see Rudy take a shot like that. He's been so efficient in this tournament so far, but they're only 6 down, Georgia, and they have been struggling, and big pressure from Padilla and Diaz there, Josh.
13th foul now called against Spain here with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Well, you gotta get the ball inbounds. It's gonna be a 5-second violation, but Mamu does a good job there of finding Sanadze. Jaime Fernandez not allowing Cincinnati to get the ball. Finding Shermadini. Shermadini finds Mamu. Mamu hangs in the air. Shermadini offensive rebound. Shermadini goes up with it, and that's what Georgia needs. Robin Cannon comes up with it again. Cincinnati thought about taking a three-pointer. He's fouled. That's going to be the 14th foul. Spain crumbling under the pressure.
Well, the Shermanator there, as you like to call him, just Georgie Shermadini. That's what we want to see from him. Playing with force, playing with from him, playing with force, playing with confidence. I think it's such a big event for him in his home country, but all of a sudden we saw a flash of what he can do, getting in amongst the Spanish bigs, finishing with great touch. Then he's involved in a deflection. There you go, deflection, but he's right there with McFadden, switched on, totally engaged.
Well, Thaddeus now looking for the step back here, got it by Garuba. Pump fakes, well, throws it right away to Diaz. Now Spain can push this one. Cincinnati makes a foul. 13th foul now for Georgia. One more foul to give in the last minute, 16 seconds.
Yeah, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Georgia. They just need the momentum to keep them going. It's the same against Belgium as well. It took them so long to actually get level and get ahead, and they just couldn't hang on.
Well, Jaime Fernandez now coming off one screen. Looking to go up with it. Goes off the backboard, can't get it. McFadden comes up with it. Now Thaddeus in transition. Doesn't use a screen. Thaddeus finding Cincinnati in the corner. Sanadze, excuse me. Well, Shermadini, got to give him the ball. Sherm now gets a handoff with Cincinnati. Takes a tough one, pulls up, nails it. big time three-pointer.
And now, Georgie Shermadini, great shot from the outside, but Shermadini made that play happen. He's getting involved in every sequence.
Jaime Fernandez now, he'll step up, he'll take it, in and out as he get it. Hammer with a rebound. Gives this one up to Cincinnati. 10 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Cincinnati crosses over, kicks out to Mamu. Mamu, down low to Shermadini. Shermadini fakes, hook shot, gets it to drop. The Shermanator is going to work. He just said, come with me if you want to win.
And that's exactly right. Great spacing between him and Manu Kalashvili, and a finish at point blank at the front of the hoop. Great job, Georgie.
Martinez now left wide open, takes a three-point uncontested right at the end of the first quarter, and he gives Spain a 2-point lead, 18-16 here at the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket. We're live here in Tbilisi, Georgia. We'll leave you with some stats and some highlights. Graham, good first quarter, good tempo.
Spain 18, Georgia 16. Great tempo, some super plays from both teams, as we'd expect. But Georgia Shermadini is starting to play like we know he can. And with Pitadze going to be limited in his minutes, they need him. There's the percentages, 41-38, 38-50% from Spain from two-point range, 8 of 21 from three. It's a high-quality game.
Well, there was the play, you got to credit Hernan Gomez. When he went to the bench, Georgia found themselves a little bit more success down low because he's caused all sorts of problems on both ends of the floor for Georgia.
Yeah, Shermadini will feel more comfortable maybe going up against the less experienced players. That's a great job by Andro Nikashvili. Really like his play. He needs to step up big. He's still a young player, but learning fast. And Pitadze doing his best, but he's just not mobile enough. That wouldn't have happened, I feel, Thursday night. Not as easy for Willie Hernan Gomez. He would have been maybe made to make a couple of free throws from the line. And then, that was a nice little back screen on Pitadze. He can't recover. Shermadini can't help. And Hernan Gomez flies through the Tbilisi air for the left-hand jam. But this is when Shermadini started to do things, getting in amongst the Spanish bigs, finishing off the glass. Then he'd set the screen and gave a handoff just to create a bit of airspace.
What's interesting here tonight is that the fact that, you know, we were under the impression that Goga Pitadze wasn't going to play. You know, they got to play against Turkey after this. And then games are going to be very competitive for Georgia, respectfully, of course, due to the injury depth they've had. Because maybe healthy squad, they're arguably a top two, maybe even the #1 team in this group of Turk. But again, very surprised to see Goga Pitadze had suited up here this evening, but he's still on the bench. Interesting choice there by Iliazouros.
Yeah, and they've left Shermadini. He played some big minutes in that first quarter. He's out now.
Chiradze now into the game here for Georgia. So Thaddeus McFadden going to the bench to the grid. Now the only player still in from the lineup, from the starting lineup, is Sandro Mamukelishvili. Spain now looking like his own defense here, Graham.
Yeah, 1-2-2. Just making Georgia think, get them out of sync. Rudy Fernandez at the top, and again, straight away Cincinnati, they can't get into their offense. Nice job by Coach Scariolo.
In a lack of a high post presence there, is that going to hurt Georgia?
I think so. I mean, Manu Kalashvili may have to come and be that player, but then you want him attacking from the wings as well. So if they keep him in this type of defense, maybe Shermadini will come back in and be that big.
Georgia now trying to break the zone down. Again, it just throws it away there. Sloppy pass. Spain with a chance to capitalize. Fernandez now in the corner. Pradilla fakes a pass. Oh, it's beautiful. Pradilla fakes him out, and he lays it up.
Yeah, Jamie Pradilla, fantastic play. Getting all the way to the basket along the baseline for the layup.
Spain zone now, really causing all sorts of problems here for Georgia. Cincinnati now coming off one screen. Pulls off in mid-range. There's a shot. Mamu Kalashvili! Are you serious? I cannot believe this guy, what he does.
For this team, for all of us, he just gives everybody a lift. That was unreal. Takes off from miles out and crushes it.
Well, Mamu doing what he does best, puts on a show here. Still a 2-point game into Spain. Jaime Pradilla Finding Rudy Fernandez now. Fernandez pump fakes. Jaime Fernandez finds Garuba. 24-second violation. And again, Graham. I tell you right now, Mamukelashvili, this is his moment when he makes plays like this. Here's the shot from Cincinnati, and I'm going to say, Mamu, there goes that man again. Throw it down, Madloba.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. I like the way they set a screen at the front of the zone. That is a tactic that Scariolo uses. That's what Mamukelashvili can do, and he's into this already. And they've just got to take care of the ball, Georgia now.
Well, Cincinnati now putting all sorts of pressure against himself. He's got to get rid of the ball. Tries a backdoor play in the corner, or fakes it. Georgia really struggling against his zone, Graham.
Well, with McFadden out, they just haven't quite got that calmness. They're going to maybe give it a couple more possessions, then bring him back in.
Rudy curls the screen again. Rudy, smart play. Well, this is the three-pointer, but runs out of bounds to save it for his team. That's hustle. He got that from Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, you got it. He's just flying out of bounds there. He knew he was the first one to know his shot had missed, and he got there first as the two number fives were in direct contention there.
Well, Borchinadze, another player that plays in the Spanish ACB, so he knows a lot about these players. While Mamu is going to go to the bench, take a breather.
And this is all players off the bench. It's going to be a total team effort for Georgia tonight. Everybody's got to contribute, especially with Batadze going to be in limited minutes from now on, potentially.
Well, big play now. There's a three-pointer. Three is up. No good. And a foul is going to be called.
High-flying Saiz causing some issues there for Georgia. They just got to box him out and get a body on him. They kept him away from the hoop, but committed the foul.
2-point lead now here to Spain. Early stage of the second quarter. Diaz now coming off one screen, trying to kick this one out. Fernandez finds Rudy Fernandez. Well, Rudy Fernandez, one-legged three, doesn't get it. And now the rebound's secured it. Georgia can tie the game up with a two-pointer, maybe take the lead. Now Spain go to a matchup, man-to-man defense. McCarry trying to use a screen here with Cincinnati. Finds McCarry, goes in, no foul call. Borchinadze, big three, nails it. Big-time shot.
Yeah, they need some X factors, and that's a beautiful pass out, and Sanadze knocks it down.
Well, Fernandez now coming off one screen here. Diaz going for a hand up with Diaz. Spain now moving the ball effectively. Fernandez with a drive. Well, no, doesn't turn over, keeps alive now. Diaz goes baseline, kicks out to Diaz. Diaz 1 second left, gets it off in time. End of the shot clock. Executed to perfection.
You can see what that meant to him. That was fantastic play from Diaz. He's come in and done a really good job for Coach Scariolo.
Cincinnati now here on the ball. Go pick and roll with McCarry. He finds a big man. Borchinadze looking for another handoff. And a foul called. Smart play there by Gicheradze. And Jaime Fernandez just has a few words. He looks back at the referee.
Yeah, but that's good play. And Borchinadze, it was actually who made that previous three. They weren't going to let him get that off. And look at the play from Alberto Diaz. Hangs in the air, great concentration. And Willie Herman Gomez brothers, William Moncho and Lorenzo enjoying that, getting some rest on the bench.
Well, Sanadze now getting a hand up here with Thaddeus McFadden. Back to it, an offensive. Wow. McCarry gets called for a moving screen. I love in front of us right now, we've got the president of the Spanish Federation and representatives, of the Georgian Basketball Federation. Differences of opinion, of course, but everyone respects everyone's opinion.
You got it. Yeah, McCarry did slide across on that screen, set the screen, even if it's not perfect. That's what the screen is, let the player use it.
Well, big play now. Find it. Seven Saiz now. Dario Bruzuela finds Saiz. Saiz tries to throw it down, but again, the help side defense not up from Borchinadze.
He's explosive. Sebastian Saiz played limited minutes in their first game against Bulgaria, but much more involved tonight.
Georgia now looking for Thaddeus McFadden here, guarded by Lorenzo Brown. McFadden picks it up. McFadden throws it away. Now what do we have here? Lorenzo Brown now dishes off to Dario Brizuela. The three is up, way off the mark, but they're going to call a foul against Chicharadze.
Spain playing downhill with so much speed. Great scoop pass back from Brown to the open three, which missed, but just outsized a little bit on the glass. Back in comes Sherman-Deeney. Can he continue his good play for Georgia?
Big time play now. Question is here for Spain, of course. I mean, it's only the first foul here for Chicharadze, with Georgia's third team foul. Lorenzo Brown now coming off one screen. Trying to go that pick and roll now with Seba Saiz and Brown. I think they're going to call a movement screen. Oh, no, they're not. It's a fourth team foul. Who they called this one on?
Chicharadze.
Chicharadze trying to fight around the screen, of course, but the official loves to call it the foul. But maybe the push on the left arm there as he goes to the bench. And now Andrew Nikashvili checking back into the game here for Georgia. Well, Brown now taking the screen, pulls up the mid-range. Yeah, and Andrew Nikashvili, what is he thinking?
A rush of blood to the head there from Andrew Nikashvili. Again, though, Lorenzo Brown plays at that smooth, slow pace, and Andrew Nikashvili just panics and runs straight into the back of him.
It's always going to be a foul there. You can see Burjanadze arguing with the official, but they've got no argument whatsoever. That's a clear as daylight, a foul. So Brown makes the first free throw now, extending Spain to their relatively small but biggest lead of the night now with 4 points. Lorenzo Brown now 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Andrew Nikashvili, great point guard duty here for Georgia, while Thaddeus McFadden moves off the point guard role. Home crowd now just trying to get back into this one. Nikashvili now going to go to work, and he's going to be called on Lorenzo Brown. Second team foul here for Spain with 5:19 to go in the second quarter.
A bit of frustration and pressure showing on these Georgian players. Andrew Nikashvili, okay, he drew the foul, but they just couldn't get into their offense.
Nikashvili goes all the way, gets rejected, and there you can see the Shermanator sent back in time to put that one back in the basket.
Fantastic follow-up from Sherman-Deeney for the flush.
Well, Pradilla uses the backboard. Just silences the crowd after Sherman-Deeney's putback dunk.
Yeah, that's tough for Georgia there. Great play from Sherman-Deeney, but Spain right back at you.
6-point lead now here to Spain. Ruscourt now almost turns it over. Doesn't use the screen now, goes all the way up the basket. Again, no follow-up. Good job by Seba Saiz. And now Spain can push this one. Well, good defense by Andrew Nikashvili. And he's going to go up, he's going to throw it down, and he's going to set the crowd off.
Yeah, great response from Andrew Nikashvili. He made a mistake, gets straight back to it.
Lorenzo Brown now gets rejected by the Sherman-Deeney. Now Sanadze, Euro step goes in, misses a layup. Goes out of bounds. That's going to be Spain ball. And the officials, well.
It's another big call. We need to have a look at this.
Well, look at that. The Shermanator cleans it up and says, I'll be back with a throwdown.
Yeah, it's great to see him playing with real flow and force and just looking fit. Josh, he's a huge help for Georgia.
Well, a timeout's been called, I believe. I'm not sure if a technical was called there, but I think everything's okay. I don't think it's been possession spent, but we do have a timeout now. These two teams want to talk it over.
stats, 3 from 7, Georgia for 3 points, 3 from 14 for Spain, 42% from 2, 56% from 2 for Spain.
Well, there you can see Shermadini playing much better than he did last night. Remember, or 2 nights ago, excuse me, all of a sudden, a possessed Shermadini, somebody who's obviously reflected on his first game in the opening night against Belgium and really is taking the responsibility to help Georgia. I mean, we're talking about one of the best bigs in Europe after the season we had with Lenovo Tenerife in the Basketball Champions League.
I agree, Josh, and he's just come to play and getting to his spot, finishing with both hands, throwing it down with force as well, and blocking shots, giving us the whole package.
There you can see Toko Shengalia suffering from the dislocated shoulder that he got in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers against the Netherlands. You can imagine if he was playing, what a different game this would be right now.
Yeah, he just brings so much to the Georgian group, can play so many positions, but so does Shermadini. 8 points, 4 or 5 from 2. And this is what we know he can do, and he's got to keep delivering against this strong Spanish team.
So the technical foul was called. I was right. As Dara Buzuela steps up to the free throw line and he misses the free throw. Wow. Graham, I got to tell you, I know it's only the second quarter, 4-10, Spain's up by 4, but you don't want to look back on this game and think it could have been different had you made all your free throws.
Yeah. But they get possession, they've got an extra possession out of that play.
A big moment now in this game here. Over 4 minutes to go now. Spain leading by 4 points. Juancho back into the game here. Getting a handoff now with Dara Buzuela. Oh, good football skill. Soccer, football, depending where you are in the globe. Skill set from Shermadini. It's going to be a fresh 14 on the shot clock and a sideline ball now here to Spain.
Yeah, he broke that up because that was going to go to Saiz for a big dunk, I would suggest.
Well, Diaz getting a handoff now, finding Juancho. And now Saiz another dribble handoff. Spain to execute multiple pick and rolls there. Juancho pump fakes. Juancho in the lane, hangs in the air, no travel called. Now Georgia, again contributing to the deficit. Borjanadze here, got it by Hernan Gomez. Well, he wants to back down against Juancho here. Borjanadze, low block, puts him a jumper, fades away, very soft.
I think they should just get it into Shermadini and let him make things happen at the moment.
Trying to find Saiz now, bit of contact, kisses it off the backboard, and he's going to go to the free throw line here. Good three-point play, beautiful move there by Lopez at Ostegi.
Ostegi really patient and smart there. He turned, he pivoted, came back the same way, and then McFadden swiped down, trying to play. And that's great concentration for Aristegi. Really impressed with him in this tournament so far.
Well, this could be a problem now for Georgia because the one player they have not been able to defend or really try and isolate is Willy Hernan Gomez. Since he's been out of the game, of course, Spain now potentially can go to a 7-point lead. This could get a little bit worse now for Georgia, but they got to figure out ways how to score now. Mamu's still on the bench.
I think they need, I would say they need to get Mamu Kalashvili back in as soon as possible. Shermadini's going to be under a lot of pressure now trying to go up against the Hernan Gomez brothers.
Well, 3-point play is made. 7-point lead now to Spain. 3:18 to go here. And we're going to have a timeout now. As Coach Ilias Zoros wants to talk it over with his players. Sergio Scariolo, his team, holding their composure as they have a 7-point lead. Well, Graham, so far, Spain just started to slowly build some momentum and run away with this one.
Yeah, it's been tough. Georgia have put up some really resilient players. We see Shengalia trying to help the best he can as he rehabs from his shoulder injury. If we look at the 2-point stats, 8 of 20 Georgia, 10 of 18 Spain, 3 of 7 and 3 of 14 from 3, and 16 and 19 rebounds in favour of Spain. And Georgia have had some problems, certainly early on when Batati was really struggling to deal with certainly with Willy Hernan Gomez. They've just got to ride Shermadini as far as they can. Well,
there was the Mamu-esque moment. Well, you don't just call box out when you're out of donuts. Kelishvili is here tonight. You got to put a body on that young man.
Yeah, he just comes out because he's inside-outside player. Comes from so far out there, and just absolute exhilarating player. As the crowd are enjoying this, but again, Georgia under a lot of pressure, trying to find the right five on the floor. Coach Zuros is working so hard to shuffle his pack and give players a break and still stay in touch. And Kelishvili is back in the game.
Spain now putting on the full court man-to-man pressure. Shermadini coming into the backcourt here. Set a few screens and help him get the ball inbound. Faddis McFadden now gets caught a double team. Finding Shermadini. Kicks out to goes in the lane now off the backcourt. Beautiful move. Going to the basket. Well, what a way to introduce yourself into the game.
Kelishvili's first points of the game. Great left-hand running layup.
Darrow was running out, hanging in the air, and just, again, using the backcourt effectively.
That's a great play by Brizalia this time, going in, hanging in the air with a bit of fade off the glass.
Still a 7-point lead now. Georgia don't want this to get too out of hand now. Mamu keeps alive here. Well, got it by Juancho. That's a one-on-one matchup the fans want to see here. Goes in the lane now, avoids the block, and again, Nikashvili just going to work.
Yeah, love the pace he played at there, calm, right down, just got to his spot, and a high left-hand floating layup. Game on.
Well, there is the pull-up three-pointer by Venezuela, doesn't get it. Nikashvili comes up with a loose ball. Well, in the corner now, big-time shot, takes it, follow-up, Sherman can't get it, but now Mamu comes up with it. Smart decision by Mamu. Handoff here. Bit of movement here in the offense from Georgia with help. Nikashvili goes up, throws it down, and he puts Willie Hernan Gomez on a poster. Wow, he serves him up.
This player is growing up before our eyes. What a left-handed crushing dunk.
Well, Juancho now goes up to Willie. Willie lets it to go in the end. Silences the beggars here.
That's a lot of contact from Shermadini. What a game, what a matchup.
Well, now, Mamu. For options here, getting a handoff now. Back to Faddis, so he turns it over. Lopez, Adostegui. He's going to lay that one up. Good sloppy possession from Georgia. And a timeout is going to be called here.
They're putting so much pressure on Faddis McFadden.
That's a poor play there again. You're right, the pressure on Faddis McFadden. Well, I want you to remember this name. Ratty Nikashvili just put in the poster work on Willie Hernan Gomez, serving him up, and he stares him down to remind him who he is.
Yeah, well, we are slowly but surely finding out exactly who Ratty Nikashvili is. Fantastic play. Point guard, but can fly through the air as well for the left-handed flush.
Well, it's gone back to a 7-point ball game, of course. Coach Zuros, Sandra's players, we got to take care of the basketball.
Absolutely, that's just, you can't give Spain points, you can't give them points. They're too good. Shermadini 8 points, Shermadini 2 assists. And Kelishvili 6 rebounds. They've got to find a way, take care of the ball, and the guys coming off the bench have got to keep delivering to fill in the gaps and stay with this strong Spanish team. Not many free throws from either team. Georgia yet to make one, 0 of 2, and Spain 3 of 4.
What a game he's having, Rats. Remember, he started the game off against Belgium with a lot of nerves. He has come into his own in this game and really making a name for himself.
Yeah, young player of the tournament. Potential for sure. 8 points, 2 rebounds, and playing with a lot of confidence, no fear whatsoever.
Foul is going to be called against Dario Brizuela. It's the 13th foul now for Spain here in the second quarter.
Again, Lopez, Moristigi all over McFadden. They're going to have to go to someone else to get it in.
An offensive foul is called against Thaddeus. Well, Thaddeus has got to be careful now. Georgia really need him to be in this game. He also want to, and again, if you know Thaddeus McFadden, you talk to him, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. And again, I think he's just trying to say to the referee, look, I'm getting just as much contact as I gave back to him.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good acting job as well from the Spanish side. That's, you know, that's tough, but they've got to play the perfect game almost. And Aristigi threw that foul.
Spain now kicked out, find Juancho. 7 on the shot clock here. Lopez Aristegi kicking out to Juancho. He's got to take a three-pointer. Three is up, gets it, doesn't get, excuse me. Another rebound now. Juancho into the basket. Now Juancho lays it up. 9-point lead now to Spain here. Potential 2 for 1 there. And if they get a stop on defense.
Yeah, great vision from Aristigi to find Herman Gomez all alone under the hoop. Good finish under a little bit of pressure from Juancho.
Ratti, Nikashvili coming up one screen. Going all the way, kicks out, finds Mamu. Mamu for 3, doesn't get it. That's a good look, it's wide open. Now, a few seconds left here for Spain. As Brizuela going to be able to pull up the big-time shots. Dario Brizuela, there's a kick out, finds Juancho. Juancho for 3, doesn't get it. Well, they fight over the rebound, and ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, Spain holding on to a 9-point lead here over Georgia in the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket Group A fixture. This is the preliminary round. Wide open look to Juancho. I mean, relatively quiet game for Juancho so far.
Yeah, he's missed a couple of good looks there from 3. Half-time, Georgia 31, Spain 40. He needs to add that to his repertoire. Herman Juancho Gomez. Then he will be an absolute elite player. He still is one of the top players in this tournament, but that's what he needs to add. Great look-away pass as well from Aristigi to find him on the close-in shot. And here's the stats. Georgia, nothing from the free throw line, 44% from 2, 38% from 3, 21 rebounds to Spain plus 1, 11 assists plus 6, 4 steals to 2 for Spain as well. Shermadini 8 points, strong half a hit from him. Herman Gomez 10, Lopez Aristigi 7, Andrew Niskashvili 8, and already highlight plays along with Manu Kalashvili 4 points. He needs to deliver a huge second half for Georgia.
Well, again, we'll leave you with some of the highlights here from the first half. Lorenzo Brown, his first quarter was really the Willie Hernan-Gomez show. Well, Willie was just becoming the freight train. It's a key difference. I mean, if Georgia's going to come out and get a big victory here tonight, key players are going to need to step up here. Andrew Nikashvili is going to need to play well, of course. But, you know, Mamu hasn't even yet turned up to the party. Well, he has had a few dunks, but when Mamu turns up to the party's getting started.
Yeah, I think that's because Shermadini has had a lot more touches of the ball. He's in the lane as we see the Juancho Herman Gomez flush. Such an elegant, powerful, energetic player. And there's Shermadini getting in amongst the Spanish defense and really playing on instinct and reaction, which we hadn't seen in game day 1. And these were good moments for Georgia. And there's goes Shermadini, determination on his face. Little, no, I'm going to go right, no, I'm going to go left, and then just drops it over the top. Feels more comfortable against Garuba.
Well, Scariolo, of course, there you can see, probably knows his team could be better here in the second half, but at the moment, we'll be relatively happy with a 9-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, they're getting through the game. He's finding out who's his best 5, who's going to come off the bench and deliver, and how they're going to deal with the bigs of, as we see. Well, they didn't deal with that play, Spain. I mean, that was pretty awesome, but there were some better plays coming up now as well as Sayes comes in. And a strong move there over the top of the Georgian defense.
Well, there was a block shot, the follow-up by Shermadini again. It's tough, of course. Without Toko Shengalia and a full Goga Batadze, you know, you can only credit the way Georgia keep battling. They can win this game, but they have to be very clinical on offense. If they can get things going from the perimeter, maybe it could be a different game for them in the end.
They're finding out other players. Other players are playing bigger minutes, and this player, Andro Nikashvili, is having to play a much bigger role with Shengelia out, and he's delivering, he's facilitating, and as you can see, no fear going in big ball.
We'll be back in over 11 minutes for the second half. This is the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket.
Over 25 minutes, Mitsic really starting to come to the fore on offense and defense. And what a spin bounce pass into the path of Lucic.
Well, you see why Mitsic is just such a game breaker.
Ruban, who's got 8 points now. Sal with the steal. They'll try and chase it back and won't give up on the play. Nick Krejci.
Yeah, Vlad attacking that closeout and a great feed inside for the first two for Israel.
Nimrod Levy with the points. Look out!
Laurie Markkanen is in the building.
Jokic threatens the three. Wants to take it at Koch. Back-to-back baskets for the back-to-back NBA MVP. Balvin up against Balcerowski.
Oh!
Gives him a taste of his own medicine. He checks the 21-year-old into the highlight reel hotel.
Finish up Simon, gets to the foul line, drops it inside. Zubac has to finish! And he does!
Yes! Zubac wants the and one. That is a big dunk.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
And one.
Yeah.
Still a two-possession game though. Lasagna, extra pass. Smith to give him low, and Anthony can get a piece of it. On the runway up the floor for two. Oh! That's how to close out. Get a piece of that. He's not done yet. Numbers on the break, 5 on 2. Everyone in the blue shirt is absent. Oh! What was I saying? They can put it on the floor.
Doesn't matter. Either way, he can do it all. Terrell here with the ball. Yes!
Oh, above the ring! Oh, what a play!
Wow, that is what you call a superstar highlight play. Giannis Antetokounmpo on your head.
Oh, we're still going to go coast to coast. 3-point shot. Oh my word! Magic Markkanen off his feet, and so too are the Finn fans.
We see you, Laurie. That's a buzzer beater for the ages.
Welcome back to Tbilisi in Georgia, EuroBasket 2022. This is Georgia stats. Game leader, Shermandini 8 points, Shermandini 2 assists, Mahmoud Kalashvili 7 rebounds. One of them offensive, leading to a high-flying dunk. Conversation with Hosa. Georgia Shermandini, 8 points, 4 of 6, 4 rebounds. Played with a lot of intent and energy, focus. So much better than the Thursday game versus Belgium. But he's been needed with Bitadze, just not able to play the minutes, be the force that he'd like to be. Herman Gomez, 10 points. Willie, that is. Brown, 4 assists. Herman Gomez, 5 rebounds. Go until this game will resume, and Spain ahead by 9, but it's not always been plain sailing for them. And Willie Herman Gomez just sitting and relaxing for a moment. 10 points, 5 of 5 from 2, a couple of huge dunks, 5 rebounds as well. He is the leader of this group, and he needs to be every game of this EuroBasket 2022.
Currently playing for the New Orleans Pelicans in the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Again, what I like about it, I mean, he's just been a bully in the low block. He just cleans up, almost like the junkyard dog, the Spanish junkyard dog. On the other hand, there you go. Mahmoud Kalashvili, only 4 points so far, but the party ain't even started yet because Mahmoud just a little bit late to arrive. And once he gets in, this play's going to set off. I mean, I'm thinking we're going right down to the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, let's hope so. If he can really get playing, if they can find him in the right spots, and then he can, the plays that he can make at both ends of the floor will lift this crowd and get everybody on their feet.
Well, Georgia at the moment trailing by 9 points, of course. Haven't been able to knock down as many perimeter shots as they would like to have done. I mean, Thaddeus McFadden again. He struggled in the first half, but my goodness gracious, did he come ready to play in the second half when they almost came back and won it. All you got to do, give Thaddeus a bit of time and space. This game will be very different.
Yeah, he's just 1 of 2 from 3. They have really targeted him, Spain. They've doubled up on him. Any pick and rolls, they've just surrounded him and made it really tough for him.
Spain now, again, with all the momentum going forward, they really have the game in their hands. One thing they've got to deal with, as we saw with Belgium in the opening game here in this group stage, Tbilisi, this crowd really can become a very intimidating factor. They can see the stats. I mean, what do you make of that, the bench score?
Yeah, with Spain, guys coming off the bench, 40 to 31.
Percentages, I think what they're trying to say was that the total game was 40-31, and Spain possibly with more bench scoring from that factor, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they've got good options coming off that bench. Vizela and Aristigi, Parrott, they've all got. Sebastian Sayers played a much bigger role today. That's a really nice play from Jaime Radia. They've used every player on their roster. All 12 players have got on the floor. It's only Joel Parra and Jaime Fernandez who haven't played, and you know how well he played. Jaime Fernandez in that first game against Belgium, he was a big factor. So they've got lots of moving parts on this Spanish squad. They share the ball exactly what Coach Scariolo wants. And if they continue to do that, Georgia have got all they can have.
Well, There is a QR code for the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Download it on your smartphone, your Android, or your tablet. Remember, it's the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Customize your experience, getting all the best stats, highlights, and news that matters to you most.
We're underway. Quarter number 3. Playing with the first possession.
Well, lay now, unsportsmanlike foul. Well.
A crashing dunk. What a way to come out of the half-time. Back screen on Shermandini.
I mean, that's the kind of dunk you just see that, and again, you just say a little bit of, well, good night.
Yeah, I mean, good footwork from Willie Herman Gomez. Got himself in a really powerful position to explode up and crush it, and they must love that. What a great way, what a great play to be drawn up by Scariolo and the coaches, and Spain executed it to perfection. But Georgia have got to be ready for it. Shermandini got completely taken out of the play on the back screen, and there wasn't enough reaction from the other guys.
Well, because it's an unsportsmanlike foul, this is the rule in FIBA International Basketball. Usually an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's have a listen to the referees there on the replay.
Yes, so we have the first hand. Is that a normal basketball play? This, yes, but the second arm is pushing with no trying to play the ball. So,
well, Graham, from your experience,
yes, the left one is
over the years,
pushing on the back.
Did you feel that Sanadze has committed an unsportsmanlike foul? I mean, it's very, very ambiguous, depending on what angle you look at.
So Sanadze coming from the weak side, he has pushed him. He's not in the play. Yes. He swiped down initially,
so
he's put his hand on his back.
One shot. While number 10, then it's one shot for number 4, basket counts, sideline.
That's the one thing for me, it's the left arm, there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the part for me. I believe it's going to be upgraded.
Yeah, Willie Herman Gomez has done really well to make that play.
Number 10, it's unsportsmanlike foul, one shot.
Well, the unsportsmanlike stands. Now, what I was trying to say before they were making the decision is that a regular unsportsmanlike foul is 2 free throws and the ball back. Because it's an and 1, it's going to be 1 free throw, but they're still going to get the ball back. Yeah. Sanadze very careless, a thoughtless play there.
Yeah, he wasn't helping in enough. He's obviously got the shooter in the corner to worry about. He just wasn't able to get in the play and affect it. This is the worst possible start for Georgia. If Spain make their free throws as well, it's a bigger mountain to climb already.
Well, Willie misses the first free throw, and the only free throw. Gets a pat on the chest from little brother there to say, it's okay, bro. Spain now, double-digit lead. Georgia, the nightmare starts in the second half. They got to be composed here. Well, Juancho with a pump fake. Kind of Willie now. Willie goes in, doesn't get it. Juancho with a follow-up, and the brothers of destruction punish Georgia.
Yeah, you can see they love playing together, just like the Gasol brothers. They help each other out at both ends of the floor. Good follow from Juancho Herman Gomez there.
Thaddeus now, as Lopez Arostegui gets called for the foul, but I think he's injured himself. Well, I think so, right. Well, Scariolo doesn't agree with the call there, but I got to agree with him on that one because right there, the reach. You should have no arguments. Get the ball down to Mamo now. Mamo looking for a handoff to Thaddeus. Find it. Mamo kicks out to Sanadze. One more in the corner. Andrew Nikashvili, big 3. Takes it. Nails it. And now restores a bit of belief in this arena.
Yeah, that is great extra pass from Georgia. And Andrew Nikashvili just catches and knocks it down.
Well, finding Juancho now. Got it by Mamo. Kicking out to Dara Brizuela. Brizuela now getting a handoff here. Lopez Arostegui. Left wide open. Again. Well, you got to feel for Shermandini on that one. He's got a choice to make.
Yeah, it's tough for Georgie Shermandini to get out to the shot, and Arostegui makes him pay.
Andrew Nikashvili now made his last three-pointer, steps back, takes another one, puts it up, doesn't get it. The rebound secured by Lopez Arostegui. Now Spain here in transition, gets fouled in the process. Well, I like that from Spain, of course, because, you know, most players overreact, you know, put their hands up and say unsportsmanlike. They just get on with it. You know, they're here to play. It's all business with the Spanish national team.
Yeah, Scariolo has created a great feeling amongst the team. There's that extra pass. That's beautiful play, and Nikashvili adding the three-point shot to his repertoire now.
He's running out. Finding Juancho Buenos Noches throws it down, and he says good night.
They're looking at each other, Shermandini and Mamoukelashvili, but there was no rotation, no help. Willie Herman-Gomez just helped himself to a crushing dunk.
Well, Thaddeus now coming off one screen, using another one here by Shermandini. Kicks out. Georgia now trying to break this one. Well, Thaddeus mid-range. He made the last one he took there. Takes another one, doesn't get it. And a foul, I believe, is going to be called against Lopez Arostegui. Oh, Graham, I have to say my apologies. It was Willie Hernan-Gomez who threw it down on the last play. You got Juancho and Willie on the court. It's a Hernan-Gomez.
Hernan-Gomez party, they are just...
Well, here it is. It was Willie Hernan-Gomez, not Juancho, but he still throws it down. It's still Hernan-Gomez. Throw it down, Willie, one more time.
Andrew Nikashvili totally outsized there. He wasn't going to be able to affect that dunk.
Ratzi Andron Nikashvili now kicks out to Sanadze, tries a wide open three, doesn't get it. This is going to be a problem now for Spain. Well, Darab Buzuela has now been picked up by Mamu here. Spain now with a 14-point lead. Juancho going down low here to Willie. Willie trying to back down. As Lorenzo Brown's also back in the game here. Lorenzo kicks out to Juancho. Juancho tries another three-pointer. Juancho time! Nails it! And it's a 17-point lead. And Georgia full timeout.
They're a complete nightmare to play against when they move the ball so well. Screen and rolls. Willie Herman-Gomez sucks the defense in, back out to his brother Juancho. And this time, perfect rotation, great arc on the shot, nothing but net. Scariola applauds the team there with perfect execution. And it's the spacing, the high-low play made it impossible for Georgia to stop all of Spain's options.
Well, again, the problem now for Georgia, Graham, they're getting good looks. They're getting good looks on the perimeter. They just haven't been able to knock them down.
No, you're right, they're moving the ball well. Andrew Nikashvili, he knocked the one down in the corner. But McFadden is having a really tough night. This is exactly how Spain would have wanted that to go. 3 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. So Spain have got his number at the moment.
Scariolo now, his team are up by 9 points at the start of the second half. Find themselves up by 17. Georgia, no one can ever criticize them for not playing hard. They're trying everything at the moment. Again, they've been beaten and bruised up until this point, and they are still battling. They're still playing for their country in front of their fans.
Yeah, they've just got to keep going. Enjoy the challenge. It's going to be tough against this Spanish national team.
Well, there's a QR code for the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Download it to customize your experience, little live stats, highlights, news that matters most to you. Well, Mama now, pick a pop now, tries a three-pointer, takes it, nails it, right in the face of Juancho Hernan-Gomez. While Mamu, I think he's arrived at the party now.
Exactly what Georgia needed. That's McFadden's first assist. Gets to Mamoukelashvili, who knocks down the long-range shot.
Lorenzo now, hands in the air, doesn't get it. And now Ratzi, Andrew Nikashvili. This is what Mamu wants to go with, a pick and pop here. Mamu now left wide open, why not? Gonna give it a go with Ratzi now. Ratzi kicks out to Thaddeus. Thaddeus, big three, doesn't get it. Mamu hustling. Well, I tell you what, the one-on-one battle between Juancho and Mamu, that's what we've come to see.
Yeah, and he's got to take him on, Mamoukelashvili. Got to really keep pushing the Herman-Gomez brothers. But McFadden there never looked like going in that shot. It's really un-Thaddeus-like, Josh.
You're absolutely right there, but you know what? Thaddeus just needs to get into that rhythm, of course. We're talking about one of the best perimeter shooters in the game, of course, here in international hoops. And Spain battling. That's what you love to hear. The Georgian fans getting back into it. There's the play. Wancho tries to follow up, doesn't get it. And now Sanadze pulls up for a three-pointer. Transition, doesn't get it. Mamu tries to tip back. Doesn't get it, because Mamu really trying to work for everything. Wancho trying to seal off Sanadze. Foul is going to be called under the basket. That's a second team foul here for Georgia. Was it the right shot to take in transition, the three-pointer?
I'm not sure. Let's look inside first, maybe. Kick it in, kick it back out. But that was smart play between the Herman Gomez brothers again. They just understand the situation. Wancho's got the mismatch, bounce pass straight into him, get Georgia into the foul trouble.
Yeah, I think as well, man, the game that Mamu put on the other night, you got to get him the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Get him to make things happen. He can make amazing shots.
Lorenzo Brown now coming off one screen here. Finding Lopez Arestegui. Well, here's where Willie wants the ball now. Guided against Mamu. Willie trying to go to work. Willie doesn't get it. Good defense by Mamu. Now Ratti and Jordan Kashvili, 14-point deficit. Georgia just trying to spiritually get themselves back in this one. This is what Mamu wants. He wants to go pick a pop here. There he gets the ball. Mamu now. Kick out, finding Sanadze. Three in the corner. Takes it, gets it. Big time three-pointer. 11-point ball game. Georgia fighting for everything at the moment.
And Mamukilashvili again, key in that play. Get the ball in his hands so he can attack the defense. If they don't help, he's got a dunk. If they do, he can pass it. That's a great catch and shoot as well by Sanadze. And don't forget, they were down against Belgium. They were down and out, and they came all the way back. Can they do the same tonight?
Well, it depends, of course. You know one thing, Mamu, when the party gets started, it becomes the Mamu Fiesta. Exactly what Spain didn't want to happen. But what do you think Scariola's probably saying to his players at the moment?
Well, they've just got to keep an eye and play Mamukilashvili tough, because if he can get the ball and just attack, that's going to cause him real problems. But they've got to put the pressure on, keep the pressure on McFadden, and take away Mamukilashvili's options and just play as tough as they can, protect the hoop, make Georgia shoot from the outside and have the other guys make the shots. As we look at the Spain leaders, Herman Gomez 14 points, Brown 5 assists, Herman Gomez 7 rebounds.
Well, they can see crucial, the brothers of destruction of Spain, Hernan Gomez, Wancho and Willie. But you gotta love that. Don't worry, big brother, I'll clean up.
Yeah, again, if the two players go to the player shooting, then the other player just goes right to the hoop. And again, once you're Herman Gomez, once that three-pointers goes through the hoop and you can see a few go in, then he is an all-cool, all-round player. 9 points, 5 rebounds.
Well, 1 more point and 5 more rebounds away from a double-double. Business as usual for the hustle man. That's what he is. I mean, you look at him and Mamu, very similar players. Mamu may be just a little bit more explosive, but they are both high-energy players.
And it's great to see them on the floor contesting each other's play.
Well, Lorenzo Brown now throws it out of bounds, takes a deflection. Janadze on the bench felt it should have been Georgia ball, but clearly took a deflection off of Shermadini.
It's much better though, stepping out, take a chance, but make sure you got help in behind you if you're stepping in the lane.
Well, Pompix just fumbles and keeps alive now. Mamu, great defense. Gets caught in. Good defense by Georgia. Tries to save it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Well,
so unfortunate there, Josh. They have worked so hard to get the ball out of Wancho's hand. And look at Shermadini. It's off the court. It doesn't matter. He's got down on his knees, down and dirty. They're both two of their strongest players are giving it all out hustle.
Big men don't dive on the floor. I mean, Ahmad Rashad said the only big man he remembers diving on the floor was Shaquille O'Neal. Well, put the Shermanator in there.
A great effort from Georgia there. They've got to make a push now, halfway through the third. Got to get back in this as soon as possible.
Well, Wancho now giving out to Lorenzo Brown. Lorenzo Brown, quick three-pointer right in the face of Ratti Andronikashvili. That's a dagger.
That's a real steep learning curve for Andronikashvili. Great shot from Brown. Concentration, great rotation.
Big possession out here. Ratti Andronikashvili. Well, the foul's getting called there. Mamu getting angry.
I thought Andrew Nikashvili, he had the open shot there off that pick and roll first time, and then he came back again.
Oh, Macho. Well, if you're an NBA fan, you're going to see that next season. Those two are going to go at each other. But right now, it's about the EuroBasket. What's more important at the moment, at this moment in time, the 2022 FIBA EuroBasket. We're live here in Tbilisi, Georgia. Thaddeus McFadden now takes a football. Well, Willie's saying, I'm a pro basketball player. I don't play football. I didn't kick that one.
But again, it's the intention to get all over McFadden. Don't give him any airspace. Make it really tough for him to make anything happen. And then look at Willie Herman Gomez straight. Well, it was hands first. Maybe it was then foot.
You're gonna love that Thaddeus McFadden coming off the screen and just trying to split the defense.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough of a gap there. Alberto Diaz in close attention as well.
Well, the home crowd now trying to get into this one. Danny Diaz. Hands all over Thaddeus McFadden. McFadden coming off another screen. Kicks out to Andrew Nikashvili. Goes behind the back now against Rudy Fernandez. Goes all the way. Oh, baby! What a move! Ratty, Andrew Nikashvili going to work on Rudy Fernandez.
Yeah, he has got no fear. Great crossover across the baseline. Reverse layup. He's got amazing length of body there. And great touch.
Well, the foul is going to be called against Shermadini. Well, I want to see the replay of Ratty putting the moves on Rudy. I mean, that was something special, of course, as Garuba now coming back into the game here for Spain. Sergio Scariolo definitely making some changes, of course, in his lineup. As Shermadini now picks up his second personal foul of the game. Definitely a foul there called for sure. Diaz now on the ball here. And the foul's going to be called against Garuba. Silly foul to give away.
Well, again, they're trying to set this screen. And it just takes Thaddeus McFadden out. It's all intricate, it's screens and handoffs. If they don't get their body position right, it's going to be offensive foul.
Well, Mamu will win down the ball here. Rudy Fernandez, veteran player, of course, lived through the golden generations. Jaime Paradilla comes in for Juancho. Maybe a big difference between these two teams. Obviously, Spain having a deeper bench and some, maybe a few more better players. I'm not saying that the Georgian players aren't as good as the Spanish players, but that depth maybe be a big difference in this game. Thaddeus McFadden now draws another foul, Jaime Paradilla. And that's a 14th foul against Spain. No more fouls for Spain to give.
And that time, Thaddeus McFadden just found a little bit of space, got downhill at pace, and they couldn't stop him.
Thaddeus McFadden misses the first free throw. Georgia have yet to make a free throw this evening, and they've only taken 3 free throws. Graham, what does that say about their offense?
They're just not getting to the hoop enough. They're not getting the players up in the air. They make their first free throw. They've got to start really putting pressure on this Spanish team. Get the shot clock, or the clock stop, and they can get to the free throw line.
Well, 11-point ball game now. Spain here holding on to the lead. Diaz now finding Rudy with a pump fake. They're going to throw down to Padilla. It kicks out to Diaz. Diaz left wide open. Takes it, doesn't get it. But another offensive rebound. Goes up with it. Guerrera gets it. Padilla can't get it. Oh, it's got to be a foul. And again, that is just holding on to everything. I think a technical is going to be called here. I think a technical foul is being called against Rudy Fernandez. Yeah, I could be wrong here, but I did think the official. No, I think it's against Padilla, maybe. Yeah, technical called against Jaime Padilla. So it's going to be 3 free throws now, I believe.
huge. I mean, great hustle from both teams, and again, Georgia just couldn't get hold of the rebound, so that foul has really helped them as Thaddeus McFadden was hustling after the ball as it went out the sideline.
So big free throws now for McFadden, makes the first one. And now he's going to have 2 more here, potentially cutting it down to an 8-point ball game.
And this is the perfect situation. They want the clock to stop, they want to be at the free throw line. That's exactly where McFadden is.
Well, 10-point ball game now. Georgia, like they did against the other night, leaving it late for a comeback maybe. And the home crowd rallying behind their team. That is McFadden. Again, a fan favorite all over the world wherever he plays. Doesn't get the third one, excuse me. 9-point ball game now. Georgia just trying to hang in there. Well, Diaz now coming off one screen, takes another three-pointer, puts it up, and Diaz just silences the booze.
Yeah, great shot from Diaz off the screen from Garuba, wide open, just knocked it down.
Well, McFadden now coming off one screen now, trying to find Sandra in the corner. Sanadze going to go all the way. Sanadze goes up, draws a foul. Well, no, traveling violation. Good call.
Yeah, he just traveled before he got hit. Just couldn't quite gather the ball. Shuffled his feet. You see it on the replay. There he goes with his both feet. Had to keep one foot solid on the ground and get up into his move. Just enough pressure from the Spanish defense to force the turnover. It's been that sort of game again, as it was against Belgium. They can't quite get over the edge and get fully back in the game.
Spain now back to a 12-point lead. Mamu leaving the game now. Shermadini coming into the game. So Becca Bakauer is going to play power forward here. No Thaddeus McFadden. So Tsintzade along with Sanadze, Jinchiradze all in the backcourt here for the Georgians. Garuba now. Little handoff here with Diaz. Down here to Joel Pará. Pará now looking for the mismatch. This doubles Garuba maybe wide open. Hernandez coming off one screen. 3 seconds, I've got to get something going. Pará all the way, Pará wraps around. That is BEA, beautiful. Bonito baloncesto by Joel Pará.
Joel Pará, they're really attacking and they got the steal.
And Pradilla throws it down. Oh, Pradilla had a few words there again. Spain building momentum. Nobody wanted to pick up a technical foul here. That's a different game for Georgia with Thaddeus McFadden's on the bench. Tsintzade now coming up the screen, and an offensive foul by Shermadini.
It's getting out of hand here for Georgia. They take Mohamed Kalashvili and Thaddeus McFadden off at the same time and just leaning into it with his right shoulder. Good decision. Shermadini with the foul, and they need a leader, they need a focal point. He's got the role players on the floor with Shermadini.
Well, Danny Diaz now giving up the Garuba. They go down here to Joel Pará. Pará now, bullet pass there, find Fernandez. Big three, got it! Big time shot! And Spain force Georgia to call timeout as they're running wild here all over Tbilisi.
Yeah, again, Fernandez wasn't going to miss another three, and that's the steal and the throw down. Jamie Pradilla to hang on the ring there. There could have been a foul there.
Well, I made Pradilla, as you said. Well, I think that's what he said to the official. If you could lip read, I think he said, where's the foul? But what does the Azuros need to do with his players to get them to turn this around?
Well, they've got to get the right guys. I know he's trying to give Mohamed Kalashvili and McFadden a break, but they've got to have one of those two on the floor, I think. And Andrei Nikashvili as well. They've taken off their 3 most potent players, certainly for this game, off at one time, and Zuras unfortunately has paid the price there. 19 down, and the game is almost gone.
Well, exactly 1:48 to go here. There you can see the bench score. Georgia, we talked about depth. There it is, Graham. 5 points coming from the Georgia bench.
It's just not going to get it done. 25 points from Spain. points in the paint, 24-38 to Spain. They're just dominant in so many areas. They may have some different players, but they're playing in the same way. The Herman Gomez brothers are dominant, and that man there, Rudy Fernandez, 2 of 5 from the behind the arc. That's big. That just stretches the defense out. Stretches the Spanish lead. Immediately thanks for passer, leading by example. Total team play.
Well, big response now as Andron Nikashvili coming into the game here. Namu, well, and Shermadini. Garuba's going to get called for the foul. It's going to be 2 free throws here to Shermadini. Garuba's just trying to keep Shermadini off the ball there, but again, he's got to try and make it so he's not bear hugging him.
Shermadini's been tough to deal with today. His energy level's much better. And Garuba is a good athlete, but he's giving up a few inches to Shermadini and a lot of years of experience.
Well, Sherm makes the first free throw. The key thing for him is just to keep getting those touches in the post, keep drawing the contact. Those doubles will come. There's going to be wide open looks from the perimeter.
Well, on the whole, though, Josh has played with really good pace tonight. He's made quick decisions and had good touch, and that's when he's been at his most dangerous.
Borjanadze now comes into the game. Usmane Goga Batadze started the game. It's good that he hasn't come back in, not because we don't want to see him, obviously, but you want to make sure he's preserved and doesn't pick up another injury. Diaz now looking for Joel Parra. Joel Parra kicks out to Fernandez. Got about Andron Nikashvili, Borjanadze. Well, the veteran putting on a rookie move there. And again, age is just a number for Rudy Fernandez.
What a great move. A big attack to the hoop and a right-hand finish from the other side of the hoop.
Ratti now with the ball in his hands. Looking to isolate. Ratti crossover, gets his pocket picked. Now Georgia, 5 seconds. Sinsadze, he's got to get something going. Crosses over, pulls up for it, takes it, but that's not going to count. 24-second violation.
And Spain went into some kind of zone again, maybe a 1-3-1. They just threw that in. It threw Georgia off. They get the steal, and then they get the 24-second violation, or the deflection, then the 24-second violation.
A very tough play there for Georgia. Diaz now coming off one screen, looking for Joel Parra. Parra now looking to back down here, trying to force his way in. The foul's going to be called in. Again, it's careless because you just send in Spain to the free throw line.
Yeah, good decision just to keep backing down with Parra, knowing he's got height and size and weight advantage in the post.
Big free throws now here for Parra. He makes the first one. Again, this is why you don't want to get into the penalty too early. At some point, you need to either get a mismatch in the low post, so you have to take a chance. And 37.2 seconds left. If he makes his free throw, this is going to be a great opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for Spain. Georgia now very deflated in their offense and their play. Need to find some inspiration, something just to lift them up here. Somebody to make that big moment. Could it be Mamu? Could it be Ratti? We'll find out. Ratti with penetration. Ratti turns it over. The exact opposite of what they needed. Finding Joel Parra. Parra slowing this down. You can see their good leadership. Dribbling down now for the last shot here. The ball in the hands of Diaz. Diaz going off one screen now. Finding Rudy Fernandez. Rudy finding Pradilla in the corner. Jaime Pradilla takes it, nails it, and that is another blow to the heart of Georgia. Mamu with the cross court. And Spain right now flying with confidence at the end of the third quarter, Graham.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play again. And it's Fernandez, get the ball in his hands, he'll make the right decisions, and he's making players better around him. And look at the catch and shoot, the holding of the follow through. It's okay, Rudy, I got this.
We'll show you some stats and some of the key plays here from the third quarter.
I think that last play, Josh, really highlights how Scariolo wants to play. It doesn't matter who scores. If you're open, the extra pass is coming, and that was just perfect for Spain. There's the free throws 5 of 9 for Georgia. 2-point and 3-point percentages as well.
Well, there was the first play of the third quarter. And, you know, even though Georgia at some point showed signs of making that comeback, that unfortunate unsportsmanlike and one play really did exemplify sort of the mood and the tone of this third quarter for the Georgians.
Yeah, Spain shot out to a 14-point lead early, and Georgia just haven't been able to drag it back. And there's Juancho Herman-Gomez. That's not what you want to see as an opposition, seeing Juancho knock down threes.
Sanadze hit that one at the beginning of the third quarter, but again, I got to tell you, when Thaddeus McFadden's not on the floor for Georgia, it really does affect the way they get things going in their offense.
And then off the steal, big fella knocks down the dunk, and then Rudy Fernandez hasn't been prolific tonight, hasn't had to. Other players have stepped up, but every possession is so huge for Rudy Fernandez, and he loved that three-pointer.
Well, there's the QR code for Courtside 1891, where you can get the best stream schedules and scores. FIBA EuroBasket, the FIBA AmeriCup, and next month's, this month's biggest tournament of the year, the FIBA Women's World Cup. Remember, Courtside 1891. As now Thaddeus is back in the game here. Thaddeus now, again, maybe that one influence here that can get things going. Georgia's offense now lacking any rhythm. Ranty dribbled off the foot. Again, another delay call there by the official. Jaime Fernandez saying it's the right one, but it's a little bit late.
And again, making it so difficult for Andro Nikashvili to try and cross over and get between the two Spanish defenders. Just pressure is being put on Georgia, and this is being a really tough game for the fans and for the Georgia national team.
Sanadze now will inbound the ball here. Get this one down. Need a little bit of help here. Nadze got it by Garuba. Spain's very aggressive here. Mama now. Mama going all the way to the basket, gets stripped. Nadze takes a fadeaway shot, doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound. Thaddeus pump fakes, kicks out. One more pass. Sanadze, corner, three, got it!
Oh, that is fantastic play. Brilliant offensive rebound by Beresfili, who's just come in the game. They kick it out, reverse it all the way around. A big three from the corner.
Well, Georgia have to believe in themselves. 21-point deficit. A foul is going to be called against Georgia again there. That is on Mikhail Berishvili. It's going to be a baseline ball. It's not something Georgia want to get into too much trouble. Put Spain in the penalty early on because they're going to need to take some chances on defense. They don't want to be sent into the charity stripe.
Big clash of bodies there on the baseline.
Not now. Thaddeus almost came over to steal there. Now we're getting the switch on defense. Garuba being guided. There's a three. It's up, no good. Mama with a rebound. That's what he wants there. He wants to push this one. Mama now. On to Nadze. Nadze with the post up. Finding Mamu. Mamu, three. Gets it to, drops in and out. Well, it's a good look, but he's got to keep shooting that. Mamu's got to believe in himself. Fernandez now in the lane, finding Padilla. Padilla goes up, fools over, and still tucks it away.
That's an amazing score by Padilla.
Sanadze now coming off one screen. Mamu here guided by Garuba. Mamu down the middle, keeps alive. Mamu puts up the little floater, still can't get it.
Cutting a figure of frustration now, Mamu Kelishvili. Just couldn't get that shot to go, almost lost it, got it back, just couldn't get the shot to go down.
Well, 23-point lead now, hit to Spain. Fernandez making the drive, kicks out to Diaz. Diaz right in the face. Mamu does enough and it closes out. Now Thaddeus comes up with it. Mamu now in the lane, bumps, goes up, gets one. Well, Mamu, there goes that man again.
That is a force of nature there Kalashvili just catches it and drives straight through Jaime Pradilla, and still had the body control and strength to finish at the hoop off the glass. Great play from Kalashvili.
Pradilla there.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's Pradilla down the other end. So he goes up, trying to protect the ball from Sanadze. He hasn't tweaked anything, but a big touch off the glass.
Obama now here at the free throw line. Again, already has rebounds. His big play with 9 points. He was 1 point and 1 rebound away from that double-double. Mamu makes it. Remember the small games he played in the NBA G League. Now he's going to the bench, and that's a very interesting decision to make there.
Well, I think it's a doubleheader. There's another tough game coming tomorrow. It's just managing the minutes, and because of the shortened bench of leading players being injured, he's just got to think of tomorrow and the other 2 game days as well.
That's absolutely right there. You got to make the point. I mean, the likelihood of coming back here, I mean, it's not impossible, but, you know, Ilya Azuris is probably thinking, look, I got to take care of my best players. Fernandez now hangs in the air, and Jaime Fernandez. There's a problem there. You can see McFadden just gets a knock there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Sanadze now getting a hand up with Gorginadze. Actually, big man is pumping. Gorginadze throws it away. Well, Jaime Fernandez pulls up in transition. Again, not the shot, Sergio. And look at Sergio Scariolo's response.
You won't be happy with that. It's okay if you make it.
Well, Georgia just looking for something in their offense. Foul has been committed. That's the second team foul for Spain here in the 4th quarter. They lead by 22 points.
Gorginadze gets it inside, so he's got that size advantage on Jaime Fernandez. Smart foul by the Spain guard. Having to go out, and Andrea Nikashvili coming back in, but he's got to just take this.
Malay now doesn't get it. Juancho comes up with a loose ball. Now Dario Brizuela. Down the cross court to Joel Pará wide open for 3. Fails to connect with that one. 6:13 to go here. Georgia just trying to battle as much as possible for their fans. There's Lee now. He'll try a long shot. Can't get it. Well, that's a good look, but just wasn't able to knock it down.
Yeah, they got a good look, but it's...
Well, that is too easy right there, Graham. Again, Georgia really need to reflect on themselves. They're going to get buckets away like that.
So one heck of a no-look pass from Garuba to set the play up for Brizuela. But Georgia just didn't react.
That's it now here, got it by Brizuela. There's a lot, finds Gorginadze. Just kind of dosing Gorginadze. Reverse slip, just going to work there.
Scariolo won't be happy with that play at all as they get the finish right by the hoop.
Fernandez now in the lane, kicks out to Brizuela, takes a 3 in the corner. The 3 is up and it is cooking right now. A little bit of late dinner here. The Spanish perimeter shooting, light it up here in this arena.
They've got threats all over the floor, Spain, from behind the arc. Brizuela with the latest 3.
Andrea Nikashvili with the ball in his hands. Finding Gorginadze. Gorginadze turns around, takes a mid-range, doesn't get it. Spain secured a rebound now. 25-point lead here to the Spanish team. So now Chinchiradze coming into the game here for Georgia. While Sela Saeed's also going to be subbing. Garuba now trying to take on Andrea Nikashvili. Goes up, gets rejected. Georgia just continuing to battle back here. Under 4.5 to go. Foul scored against Jaime Fernandez now. 13th foul for Spain here in the 4th quarter.
That's good defense by Georgia. They're just making it as tough as possible for Garuba to get his shot off. They've got to keep playing. They've got a doubleheader tomorrow. They can't just let this one go completely. They've got to keep pushing, find somebody, some players coming off the bench that are going to make an impact.
What a backdoor play, the reverse slip there. Chicharadze, would have been a sucker dummy play there.
It's a beautiful play. Bounce pass and reverse layup. Straight off the inbounds.
Flag on Cashville now. Go down low here. Sainz goes baseline. Tries to kick out Roswello in the pump fake. Dario tries to kick out, finds Jaime Fernandez. Quick catch and shoot. Doesn't get it. Becca Bakari to the rebound. And I think what these Georgia fans want to see here for the last 350 is their team compete to the end. Now it's going to be called again against Jaime Fernandez.
You're absolutely correct. The fans have come in their absolute thousands again to watch the Georgian national team. They are being beaten handily by Spain, but they want to see fight and determination. There's Fernandez trying to fight round the Bakari screen and commits the foul.
Well, Ratzi now coming off one screen, finding Chicharadze, a bit of a pick and pop action, puts it up, doesn't get it. Well, big rebound by Garuba. Garuba, I thought he stepped to the half-court line there.
That did look like it. Got away with one there, maybe.
Well, Garuba now spins around. Garuba, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Garuba, very unlucky. I mean, I love the spin out. He went baseline. Beautiful move there by the big man.
Garuba making a quick move there. Him and Saiz, a lot of force underneath. He's gone for it. Unfolded attempt on the dunk.
Baseline ball now to Spain. It's only the second team foul for Georgia here in the fourth quarter. 3:21 to go. Spain still leading by 23 points. So Fernandez now. Look at the Diaz. Diaz now throws up, finds Seba Saiz under the basket, and Tokyo Alvac superstar lays that one up.
Becca Bakari just letting Saiz get in behind him. He just couldn't deal with the move from Saiz there.
Foul there caught against Joel Parra. I'm not sure Borginaz is the kind of player I want to push around.
Well,
we love to hear that now. The Georgian fans still in spirit here. 2 free throws now here to Borginaz. Currently also plays in the ACB in Spain, so for him, maybe it's a little bit personal with some of these players. Haven't seen him at club basketball, now seeing it in his hometown here in the FIBA EuroBasket.
just the 5 points tonight on a big night for him. But Spain are a tough team to play against when they're in full flow. And even with the players that are coming off the bench, there's not a lot of drop-off in levels of play.
Now Diaz gets called for a foul. Well, excuse me, Diaz draws a foul on Rati Andronikashvili.
Andronikashvili just using those long arms. Great anticipation to try and steal it, but this time he gets called for the foul. Big future for this player, I think. Just developing into a real talent in the last couple of games.
Diaz, the ball now 10 seconds on the shot clock, finding Jaime Fernandez. Well, Parra left wide open. Parra now goes down the middle, hangs in the air, and somehow, some way, Joel Parra gets the and one, and that one, he just hung in the air there. Bit of, what do you call it, air Parra mode.
He's just attacking the closeout. Defense comes over too late. He's made a couple, left-handed, he goes up and around the defense, and that is tough. Beautiful touch. Joel Parra. Mucho bueno.
Oh, he's been working on his Spanish. I love it.
Okay, de nada.
Now, you know, I was having a conversation with Jorge Garbajosa a month ago at the FIBA World Cup, the under-17s, and he was very excited for the development of players such as Joel Parra and Jaime Pradilla. And again, you know, the Spanish Federation, the coaches, they understand the expectations will always be on them due to what was achieved by the Golden Generation. But again, development in Spanish basketball, it just continues and continues, and they'll always be at the top competing. Chiradze now kicks out. Bereshvili steps back, three, nails that one, and the home crowd, just something for them to see their team continue to compete here.
He's come off the bench late today. He's only played 7 minutes, Bereshvili. Really impressed with his rebound, his hustle, and he deserves that three-pointer.
Joel Parra now finding Jaime Fernandez down low to Seba Saiz, turns around, Garuba. I don't think he did anything, he still went in there.
Garuba not needed, but if he was needed, he was way above the hoop. Nice touch from Sayers, though.
Garuba, just so indispensable to this team. Here we go with Andron Nikashvili, kicks out. We'll try another three. Three is up, the three is good in the corner. And the home crowd still with something to cheer about here, as that team continue to fight to the end. And that's all they can ask for. These Georgia fans, very proud of their national team and very excited to host the FIBA EuroBasket. Foul is drawn now. There's no more fouls to give here for Georgia, so it will be 2 free throws.
Yeah, but again, one of the guys off the bench, he's only played for 3 minutes. Bereshvili just catch and shoot. Beautiful pass along the baseline again from Andron Nikashvili. So they are discovering extra minutes for these players because of the absence of their 2 injured stars, but they're still going to go down to this multi-talented Spanish team, Josh.
Well, absolutely right, of course. These Georgian players at the moment should have nothing to feel ashamed about. Losing their key player, Toko Shengalia, and of course Goga Batadze taking a knock yesterday. At the moment, for them it's about pride. And I got to tell you, I've been very impressed with Georgia. They are playing to the end.
They've got to keep going, and Andron Nikashvili learning so much.
There's a kick out. What a pass there. Finding Bakari, can't finish it. That's Andron Nikashvili with the offensive rebound now. He wants to take Seba Saiz on. There's Becca Bakari. A bit of a mix-up there. Very unfortunate there for the Georgian players.
And that just broke down completely. Nice little drop-off pass initially from Andron Nikashvili, but they just couldn't get the shot to go. And they just run out of time and space.
Seconds down the shot clock here for Spain. Hernandez putting the moves on, steps back, right in the face of McCarry, can't get it. Garuba getting the offensive rebound. And Spain now. Now to Seba Saiz, the foul's going to be called against Ratti and Andron Nikashvili. So it's going to be 2 free throws there to Seba Saiz. Seba Saiz is originally from Madrid, Spain. Now went to play his university basketball at Ole Miss. Graduated in 2017. Now, of course, went back to Madrid, but moved to Japan in 2019, where he's played for 3 clubs for the Sunrocker Shibuya Chiba Jets, where he won the championship in 2021 with Yuki Togashi. And as of last season, is going to return back to play for Albac Tokyo. Gets a second one to drop now. And Graham, you gotta love it. Georgian fans still singing right to the end.
And they've come out both games and supported Georgia so well, giving us a great atmosphere here, but they're gonna come up short again.
Andron Nikashvili takes the 3 in the corner, 3's up, no good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here for day 2 of Group A fixture here in the FIBA EuroBasket. And at the end of this one, Spain will win it, 90-64 over the hosts. What a game it was, and it's all over here tonight in Tbilisi.
Yeah, dominant Spanish performance on the whole in this one. And another big win for Spain. 90 points they scored this time, 90-64. They're the victors on game day 2. Shermandini, they did their best, Georgia, to battle with Spain, but Bitadze, he started the game but couldn't play the minutes he wanted to, just 6:51. He played no points, just the 1 rebound. They're going to have to reassess his injury now, see if he can continue. Here's the stats, 58% from free throw line, 75% for Spain, 59% from 2, 32% from 3. Another big win for the Spanish team. 33 rebounds to 39 Spain, 23 assists to 14 for Georgia. And Herman Gomez, that's Willie, 14, Sadilla 12, Lopez Aristide 9, Mamu Kalashvili 10, Shermandini 10, Andrew Nikashvili, remember that name, 13 points. Shangalia on the floor with his teammates, so tough for him to watch. And Mamu Kalashvili, not the offensive output himself that he would have wanted. He's going to have to brush himself down, and they're going to have to go again tomorrow. Spain victorious, and a really, really big win against the host tonight. This is how it started on the second half, and it was an intentional foul and a crushing dunk by Willie Herman Gomez off a set play straight out of a half-time break. But then Andrew Nikashvili just showing his class and fearless play. Knocks down a 3 from the corner. And then Willie Herman Gomez throws it down again. He has been an enforcer. And his brother, you see Willie underneath, well, there's the perfect spacing for Juancho Herman Gomez to knock down the 3 ball. And Georgia responded with Sanadze. Every time Georgia made a good play, Spain would maybe make 2 or 3 good plays. Sadilla attacking the basket. Throwing it down, and Rudy Fernandez have missed a couple tonight. Not that one. That was big, and he loved it. Look what it means to him. He wants to create another golden generation with him as the veteran. And Padilla, the dunk, and the 3-pointer in the corner, and he loves it with the assist from Fernandez. Rudy. And 3 from the corner from Duda Sanadze. An incredible shot as he falls down from Padilla. Great touch. Special talent for Spain. No look pass from Garuba to Brazila. He puts it in off the glass. That was a nice bounce pass off the inbounds. For Georgia, for Chincharadze, excuse me. And then this was really good as well. Attacks the closeout from Andrew Nikashvili. Joel Parra again, up and round the help defense. Spain together, and Spain moving forward to head the group. Here's the games for today, all completed. 76-70 Belgium, lose to Montenegro, Bulgaria 87 to 101 Turkey, and Spain winning 90 to 64. Spain lead the group at 2-0, Turkey 2-0, Montenegro and Belgium 1-1, Georgia and Bulgaria 0-2. And the sights and sounds of this game, McFadden had a tough night. Mamu Kalashvili gave us some highlight plays, and Georgia shot some hope, but Spain were just too strong, too good, and too deep for Georgia to handle in the end. Spain march on. They're 2-0. We're back here tomorrow.